Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. Hey guys, it's Hazel and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I am finally putting in some effort to upload. This video was kind of already edited. I just wanted to do a voiceover for it. So let's get ready to talk about the Sharma family. Also, I want to say thank you guys so much for 50 subs on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys. There will be a teen sim dump coming very soon, but this family is going to be dropped first because I finished them first. Also, I need to know this before I drop my teen dump. Do you guys want the family for the teens? Because I made a family for one of the teens, but I don't know if you guys want them for all of them or do you just want the teens by themselves. I know sometimes when you're looking for teens, even just on the gallery, you mainly like sometimes download a family even though you have nowhere to put them. But it kind of just helps for, you know, like your save file and everything like that. So you guys let me know what you want and if you want the family for them, because I can try to totally do that. I just may drop them slowly, probably, just so Patreon won't have so many files on it, because I already know like it's been tripping lately. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But yeah, so this is the Shamara family. I recorded this video like 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna try to remember all of the characters. But right now we're working on the mother. This is Juliet. Juliet, I feel like obviously Juliet, she gave me housewife vibes when I was creating her, so she is a housewife. Um, for so long I've been wanting to create a artist sim. So her husband is the money maker, the breadwinner of the family, and she is a housewife. I feel like her and her husband met when they were in high school. They were all lovey-dovey and everything like that, and obviously they were thinking, you know, like, why would a high school relationship last? They probably didn't think they were gonna make it. He went off to college and she didn't. She just worked at a full-time job. But they were still dating and everything like that. He started bringing in some money. They got married, so he was obviously like, "Honey, you don't have to work," because obviously I feel like he could tell like she didn't really like working. She also had no desire to go to college. Um, she hated school from like the get-go and the jump. I feel like she and her husband both came from a very low class family. So the two of them definitely had a little bit of nothing basically. So she was working hard trying to like get her first place and move out of her parents, and he was staying on a college dorm, probably paying off student loans. And now that they're making all of this money, you know, I feel like they definitely moved to I think Brindleton Bay. I think me and my friend Key talked about it, that they definitely give off Brindleton Bay vibes. So they moved to Brindleton Bay with their 3 kids, Paola and the twin boys, Leo and Owen. But yeah, I definitely love Juliet. Juliet is a stay-at-home mom, and she just, oh my god, she gives off the cool mom energy. Like, she's not really gonna like be like those perfectionist kind of rich moms. She's not gonna force you to like join these activities and everything like that, because she kind of knows what it's like to have nothing. And even though her kids have these like opportunities and everything like that waiting for them, I definitely don't think she's going to force them into doing something that they don't want to do. I do imagine that the twins do sports, maybe. I do imagine that both of them enjoy soccer. So hopefully you can try to implement that into some gameplay if you guys decide to download them. Juliet, I don't even really know what Juliet likes. I do know that she is a housewife, so she's very homebody. She doesn't have a real friend group, I will say that. She hangs out with all these other housewives or wives that do like corporate work and everything like that. She hangs out with very high class women, even though she does not really consider herself, her personality is not very high class, but she's a very high class woman. So she doesn't work obviously, like I said, but she is very down to earth. She's very chill and everything like that. She tries not to be too hard on her kids, and usually a lot of people will be like, well, if you don't discipline your kids they come out crazy, and while that is true, I feel like for us colored people, if you're not disciplined you may come out wrong. But she doesn't really discipline her kids. Like she doesn't have the like, I feel like maybe it's just not in her, or at the same time, she just knows like she doesn't have to. Her kids learn from their own mistakes in a way. So she's not gonna discipline her kids because of something that they do. She feels like even though they're young, they still have to learn from everything. Their father is definitely more of the disciplinary person, but to them, their father can't really tell them what to do because like he's never really around. Like he paints and he stays in his room. Um and then he goes on these trips and everything like that, and he's just never there in their eyes. So they sit up here and they're like, what is the point, like you're never home, you're never around. um but I do feel like their father is the type of person to stop and literally sit up here and put everything on hold for them if they ask him to. I feel like he's kind of special, so he can't really read in between the lines like he should, especially because his wife sits there and she kind of encourages him to go out of town and do this and do that and all that stuff. So when it comes to him um like doing the things that he does, he feels like he needs to be told. For him, communication is very important, and if his wife does not really communicate with him or express to him that the kids or her are feeling some type of way, it won't work. Like like until they like talk to him, he's still gonna sit up here, he's still gonna paint, he's still gonna bring in money, he's still gonna do this, he's still gonna do that. He's gonna go on all these trips, go to all these shows and everything like that. Like if you don't talk to him, nothing is really gonna change. What the world? But yeah, I feel like Ezekiel, that's his name. I had to remember. Um he loves his family with all of his heart. I definitely feel like he cares for them so much and so deeply. Um but like I said, communication is very, very important to him. And if his family does not communicate with him, he doesn't know what's expected of him. So when his wife encourages him to do the things that he does, he doesn't really acknowledge that he's kind of leaving his family behind. Um, so that's just something that he can't really see through, I suppose. Um, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really have like no story for him. So when it comes to my Sims, especially my males, most of them are usually very irrelevant. Um, I really pay like so much attention to detail to like my female Sims, and I really need to try to like get back into my male Sim era. There was a time I could create male Sims, like it was nothing. Okay. Um, but yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Polo, Paola. I mean. Um, but she is 18. I imagine she's like 15, 16 maybe. She actually is the sim that inspired me to create the teen dump for you guys. Um, I was playing around with her because I was like, what like should I do for her? Like, should she like be? Because I imagine she'd do some extracurricular activity, and I was like, I have a lot of cheerleading and majorette animations. Like, should she be one of those? Or I was like, should she be um should she be a ballerina? And still on the fence. I like ballerina her because I've never really played with ballerinas before. So I think it'd be very cool to implement into her. So I'm kind of gonna say that she's into ballet. Um, I feel like it was kind of by force a little bit. I definitely feel like when she went to this private school, she was kind of pushed into ballet by her so-called friends, saying, "Oh my God, you would love it. You know, it's so cool, it's so amazing." And then she starts doing it, and she actually starts to like it. At first, she didn't think she would, but I do imagine her and her mother having a little bit of conflict in this period. I imagine that her mom is just now starting to like hang out and meet people that she actually can get along with and doesn't have to pretend to, be some preppy, misfortunate housewife or whatever. I feel like she's hung around so many stuck up women, that she's now hanging around like cool women her age that they go and they have fun, and they go to clubs and bars on the weekends and everything like that. And I feel like now with her husband traveling so much and everything like that, she really is starting to rely on her what's I about to say? She's really starting to rely on her daughter to like look after the boys, and hey, I need you to take care of your brothers this weekend, look after your brothers this weekend. And she's like, I have practice, or I have to do this, or me and my friends are supposed to be having a study group at whatchamacall's house. Like, it's just, there's now going to be, I imagine, a lot of conflict between the family. And I imagine Ezekiel will come back from out of town and he's gonna be like, what is this tension in this room? And I definitely feel like he would sit his family down and make them communicate with him and express to him what's going on and what is happening when he's not here. And I definitely feel like that will start probably an even bigger argument. Because I know, like, as a teen, like, when people like talk to you, like, you just want to get your point across. Sometimes you want to be heard, and I feel like that's like every child, every teenage thing. Like, they want to be heard. A lot of people don't feel heard. A lot of people feel that their voice is on mute or something. So like, that's like the whole thing, is that Taylor just wants to be heard. She wants her mother to understand that she wants to do something because she's never done anything. I imagine Paola has never really put herself out there like that. She's never joined any extracurricular activities. I loaded her into the game, and I have this, like, I think it's a teen dynamic mod or something like that. I don't remember, but it like generates like your Sims social club and their friend group and everything like that. And it was said that Paola is unpopular. So she is an unpopular Sim, and I feel like I think it said that she either cared or didn't care. She was like on the fence about it, but to me, I feel like it just doesn't make sense for her to be unpopular. And I think the only reason that she would be unpopular is because she doesn't really do anything. Like, usually rich kids half the time, like, from what I've seen, their kids, like, they usually do stuff. They usually join cheerleading or football, anything like that. They join an extracurricular activity, even if it's not as big as like sports. Maybe they're into art, maybe they're in the chess club, and she just didn't have any friends. So it was kind of crazy to me to see that she was unpopular despite her having, I feel like, a good personality. Even though when I look at her, she does give me Maddie Perez vibes from Euphoria. At the end of the day, I definitely feel like, it's you have to get to know somebody, obviously. So she definitely gives off a resting face for sure. I can definitely see it. She looks mean, like, but she's a cute, like, kind of mean. Does that make sense? Like, she looks mean, but she's gorgeous, And it was funny because I showed my mom a picture of the family, and she was like, "Oh, they definitely take after their mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, they're." she she was like, "Oh, her husband must have adopted her kids." I'm like, "Well, those are his kids by birth, like literally in genetics. I created them via his genetics." And their genetics together are actually kind of nice. Their sons are so cute. They're so adorable. I love the twins. Um, but yeah, hopefully I'm gonna try to have them up for download soon. Hopefully today. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, if like, how do you guys want the teens? Like, do you want the family of the teens? Do you want the just the teens by themselves? Like, let me know, because I kind of envision on like what the teens kind of, what kind of vibes they give off to me. um but yeah, like if you want the whole family, I could try to create the families. If you just want the teens and you don't want me to like suffer and put pressure on myself, thank you so much. But I do like creating these sim downloads for you guys. I have an LP coming out, well, in a bit of the works. It's not actually, let me stop lying, because I have not updated my game, so I'm playing in offline mode. This was created before the update, like this family was created before the update, but as of now, these past 2 weeks, because I have been playing in offline mode. I refuse to update my game. I am scared. Everybody's infants and toddlers are coming out looking like they're melting. Like, I am legit terrified. The lag in build mode is gonna be like, it's going to irritate me. I'm very impatient. I get irritated very fast. I am not going to be able to make it. So so I mean, like, I'm not gonna be able to do it, which is why like all my LPs are kind of delayed at the moment. I refuse to update my game until they fix whatever's going on. Every time they do something, every freaking time, it's always broken, and it makes me so mad, because like people who like get like really early access have to put up there that it's not the final like product or whatever. But like, when it's like, because you would think, you know, they would fix it before the pack comes out, it's not getting fixed. um like, I feel like I can live without some of my mods not working. That's like fine for me, but like this update and this lag is like really unbearable for me. I have an infant or a toddler in one of my saves. I do not need her face to be looking like some crispy chicken from Popeyes. So I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to bear up with it. But yeah. But anyway, enough of that little rant. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I will speak to you guys soon. I forgot my outro, but goodbye.
Hold me till I scream for air breathe, and wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone and you're stuck in your zone. You don't ever, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little fed up. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Lazy and broke, I know we get this money, so I guess I can't complain. But I feel alone even when we're alone, and that don't cause I think, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up.